My name is Ushka and I'm running for re-election to Tacoma City Council, District Number 4, and we're standing in the middle of it right now. I'm running for a number of reasons, largely including interests in health equity and environmental justice, which is pivotal to this conversation because this is a conversation where we're going to get on the bus and we're going to ride Route 42. I think the most pressing mobility concern in my district is both micromobility and transit, in part because, like we discussed before, for Pierce Transit, if you want to go downtown or out of town, it's great, but cross district or to get services, it's more challenging. Mobility, there's a lot of missing sidewalks, that sort of thing. There's a lot that we have done in terms of infrastructure along East 40th, and you'll see further down here on McKinley. We'll come all the way across to where the bike trail connects on 65th eventually. So we're getting better at cross-district micromobility, but we really need to work on transit too, because micromobility only works if you're fully ambulatory, right? So, yeah. I think there's two. I think the most exciting thing is going to be the completion of the links to opportunity up to the hilltop. I look forward to where it will connect in the future, and it's certainly a long time in coming. Back in the day, I was on the side vying for it to come up Portland and into the east side, but I'm certainly glad it's in the hilltop. The second one is BRT. It'll be the first one in Pierce County, and there's a lot of challenges to it, but it will provide connectivity from the Roy Y all the way to downtown. So as long as we can make sure that neighborhoods within Tacoma are also connected to that, so it's a way to Tacoma and not just through Tacoma, it's going to be an asset that we probably can't really quantify because it's going to allow businesses to thrive, but it's also going to allow mobility of people that didn't have it before because of those time constraints that we talked about in transit. And of course, it's going to stress the need of that cross-district transportation that we didn't have before. So answering those last mile connections between blocks will become more critical, and I think it gives them a greater chance of being solved. And solving is always funding. I need to know more about what their specific plans are. I love it all in concept. I'm a little bit worried about the timing coming out of COVID and the tax burden that we already carry. Sending it to the ballot and letting the voters decide, I'll never object to that. But I think that everything that you're talking about is absolutely necessary. We don't have... Pardon? I got to see the details. I think that the services that they're going to offer are vital to our community. I also think it's a difficult time to talk about increasing taxes coming out of the pandemic. So looking at those details, I'm really going to encourage voters to look at them and see what the services are. If there are things that they agree that we need, then vote for the tax. And if they can't do it right now, then we need to look at what time is the right time. But those things that we've talked about, like connectivity to services in areas like District 4 and throughout the county and city, for quite frankly, are really vital to not just the longevity of transit, but really for our environment as well, because transit is linked to our environment, it's linked to our health the more that we get out there. So I think it's a really important question, and I'm going to take it very seriously. Well, like I said, I'm a really big micromobility advocate, and I think that we really need to make sure that we're advocating not just for a way to get to work, but a way for recreation. In areas like the 4th District, where health outcomes are lower than most other areas, not just only in the city, but in the county, it's important to encourage people to get out and enjoy nature and exercise a little bit. And it goes a long, long way. That and increasing the tree canopy. You might not know, but the lowest tree canopy in all of the Puget Sound region is right here in District 4 in South Tacoma, so 4 and 5. So increasing that canopy, getting people outside to recreate, and connecting these trail bits so that people can use them effectively for recreation, but also effectively to get to work, is a lot of what I'm excited about in transportation. We've taken great steps in the last decade, and there's a long way to go. But I think that our focus has been pretty crystallized on making sure that connectivity happens and looking at the equity map and things like that. So I hope that you'll join me in that excitement and come over to the east side, take a ride down the Pipeline Trail. It's one of the most beautiful trails you'll find in the county.